So if you're new, please subscribe, watch my channel, watch my videos. I do not ask for monies, I do not ask for likes, and I do not ask for shares because it is totally up to you whether you like it or share it or not. Okay, moving forward. So today it's story time. I want to compare my one of my brothers. Actually, there might be two involved here, but the second brother isn't as wild as my first brother. So I'm going to give you guys a story about my older brother today. And why I'm doing that is because I want somebody to get the perspective of, you know what I mean? Like, okay, let's just say this, all right? So you come from a family, you might have siblings, you might have cousins, you might have uncles and aunties and brothers and sisters and whatever else, right? You got all these family members or whatever. But not every family has firsthand witnessed an out of control child or uh, adolescent, I guess you could say, a minor, whatever. So, here's where mine started, okay? Not mine. My kid, yeah, she's autistic. She has SPD. She has a lot of mental disabilities going on, but we manage it, you know what I mean? I noticed something was wrong with my child, got it to the doctor, and we manage it. So, with that being said, we're going to talk about my older brother today. Sorry about all the movement. I'm not really trying to show my face. I'm tired as heck, so yeah. Okay. My brother, okay, he was born in 1986. I was born in 1988. He was born in November. I was born in May. We're 18 months apart. His time started as soon as he was able to walk and had the motor skills in order to utilize objects and utensils or whatever. When he was a toddler, well, I guess I was probably about 6 months old, and God, don't be screaming, please. So I was probably about 6 months old, and he wanted to help put me in the bath, and he put me in scorching hot water. He then, Zaw, please chill out, or you're getting the tablet taken. Okay, so then she knows that I'm on my phone, so she's gonna start acting out. All right, so then he caught his toy box on fire. After that, we were playing some kind of game. They blame me for it, I guess, because I'm the one who ended up with the butcher's knife. Yes, I said that, butcher's knife, meat cleaver. I was probably only about a year and a half old, and my finger about got cut off. Still can't function my finger to this day. And yeah, kids are wild. Kids are mean, especially to their siblings. Okay, moving on past that. We're gonna go into school time. Even in elementary school, he would skip school. He would talk back to his teachers. He always had a bad attitude about it. He would, yeah, he started skipping school. I want to say probably about fourth or fifth grade. He would start skipping school. He dropped out of school when he was in the seventh grade. He just refused to go anymore. He took knives to school in his backpack, you know what I mean? He had schools on lockdowns, all kinds of things. So then he decided he wanted to start running the streets and doing whatever he was doing, drinking, drugs, whatever, whatever. Boy was only 14 years old. Well, it started before then, but I just jumped ahead to 14. Okay, we're at 14 now. My brother is 14 years old on drugs, probably meth. I don't know. Probably meth though. He's on drugs, drinking, whatever. He done hooked himself up with a 36-year-old woman. at 14 years old. Hmm. So don't tell me that it don't happen. I'm sick of people saying that this stuff don't happen. You know what I mean? Oh, well, they're minors and they're minors. Whatever. There is no controlling him, okay? He hooked up with a 14-year-old, partying and shit. Or 36-year-old, excuse me. 14 at 14. Partying and whatnot. The girl get pregnant. Y'all said that. He was about to be a dad at 14 years old. Nobody knew about the baby because they was out running the streets getting high. Nobody knew about the baby until the courts called and my brother has a court date because the baby's born, and CPS took the baby from the hospital and they're asking my brother to sign over his parental rights, and my mom had to step in at being the parental guardian, whatever, and guide him through it. I guess you could say guide him because it was his choice in the end. I mean, he could have said, no, I want to try and be the dad or whatever, but so it was easy back then. And then 18 years later, he has the audacity to try and reach out to that boy. That'd be like Candace reaching out to her daughter or her son. You know what I mean? That time is up. You feel me? So then, okay, so after all that, my brother's off and on with girlfriends, whatever. He gets a phone call that, oh, he might have a baby out here by this girl. But she didn't want him a part of it, part of the life. He didn't want nothing. She didn't want nothing from my brother. So I never heard nothing after that. And that was supposed to be in Washington or Oregon. I think it was Washington. No, maybe it was Oregon. I don't know. It was out here somewhere. Okay. So then he hooked up with another girl while he's running the streets. And him and her are using her baby to panhandle and stuff. And they wasn't in the right mind, you know what I mean? I'm sure that, no, they wouldn't probably do the same thing. Or I hope they wouldn't, but you know what I mean? But she was just a runner of the streets too. He was running the streets, whatever. Well, then after about 2 years of them being together, which that was a pretty long relationship for him, I guess, they had a baby. And then they had another baby. And then they split up. And she has another baby with somebody else. And he has a baby with somebody else. And then he gets a phone call recently that he's got another kid in the system who's 9 years old. And then his 18-year-old boy he got in contact with, okay? Maybe he's 19 now, I don't know. Okay, there's so many of them. So then, and then he hooks up with people who have kids. So then here's all these kids. So then, okay, the one in the system, right? So he's got a 4, the 5. He just had another baby, the 6. You know what I mean? But there was no controlling him. So when people say the H and Candace, why would they do that? That's hella gross. Yeah, it is. But let me tell you, it ain't nothing new. Now with the boys these ages and this time of day, you know what I mean? Nope. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not believe that H is innocent-minded. Obviously. He drinks, he smokes, he runs the streets, he's got his girlfriend and her mom. He's still escorted by the mom. And I don't mean to make this live about just H or anything, you know what I mean? But that's why I said it's story time. Because this is firsthand on how people can be. And why I do believe that Allie probably did coach H into the story that they said to keep H out of trouble. Or was it to keep Allie out of trouble? Who is protecting who? I don't know. But I'm telling you, man, they know either somebody's been paid off or they just don't are afraid to go to jail or prison or because they're so young or whatever. I don't understand. I don't understand how so many people in such a tight group right there just is so tight sealed, but that's because all of them have a past. All of them do things that they probably should not be doing. Am I right? Probably. So yeah, I didn't bring in my other brother because, like I said, he is not half as bad as my older brother. My older brother has been mean and nasty to our family, all the way down to my grandma and grandpa, to the kids, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just the mind frame of some people. They're mean and they're nasty, and they just don't grow out of that, and it starts from a young age. And the first place that most of this stuff starts is at home, because what we teach our children is the only thing that they will ever know. With that being said, I'm out, y'all.